Hey, what is up guys, this is Cobb, and in this game we're going to be checking out some gameplay from Mr. Daedalus on his grind back up to like the 1800, 1900-ish brackets, where this man belongs. He's actually started off just now, even though I missed the first round because I'm an idiot. He's starting with the Steel Ball Aggro opener, dude. Check this out, you just don't see this anymore. At all in the new patch, actually. Tech Specialist, Rhino Specialist get picks up, he goes into Tech Spec, the Stangs come out, he's just gone for classic aggro, dude. Like, dude, ever since the new patch, you just don't see this anymore. This doesn't happen. Ever. In fact, this is a little bit sketch as well, man. Coming out from Red. Some super aggro phoenixes. And you know what, man? This video, I might just ramble on a little bit. Talk about the new patch, talk about its impact on the game, talk about its impact on the player base. All that stuff. It's so controversial, dude. And it's like, it's not simmering down. You know what I mean? It's really not. The debates are still hot as hell on the official Mechabellum Discord. People having back and forths all the time on there, getting into really heated arguments and stuff, and I don't like to see it, to be honest. Quick sip of coffee. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't like seeing I don't know. As a YouTuber, it's like content gold, right? Like, I could be making videos about the drama and stuff every day if this was like a bigger game and that would pull in views. But when it's like a smaller community, there's like no positives to derive at all, man. We're a tight-knit little bunch in Mecha, you know? I really like the fact that I can head onto the Discord or head on into the, onto like the MMR leaderboards, you know? And I can recognize like half of the players in the game. You know what I mean? In like the upper echelons, like Daedalus, I've never watched one of Daedalus's games before. This is my first time checking him out. But it's a name I recognize, and I know that he's one of the good guys. You know, he's one of the big performers, man. In Mecha, he's always up there. And I like that, man. I really like it when a game has a tight little community like this. It feels good, it feels tight. But when the community goes into turmoil, it just sucks, man. It just really sucks. And to be honest, for me, do I feel like people are overreacting? Do I? No, I don't think I do. I guess I don't, right? I understand why people are so passionate about the unit drop patch, and I guess we're going to see a unit round coming up just now in this game, just to see how it affects it, because unit drop rounds are supposed to destroy aggro openers. It gives your opponent a very big opportunity to just spin the game instantly into their favor. So we'll see if that actually goes down. A couple of red sledgehammer pickups here, man. Level 4 sledges. It's pretty tight. Ooh. Neither player gonna go for these? Interesting. Okay. And I've totally forgot what I was saying. But, oh yeah. No, I didn't. I've remembered again. So, as somebody who only has time to play the game, like, once or twice a week, which is me right now, honestly, I've loved the new patch. The unit drops. It's been awesome. I feel like it's been really cool. But it feels like any player that's playing the game any more than like 3 times a week, right? Has actually put like a decent amount of time into the game. They're seeing the cracks before the casual players like me, you know? I did play the game a lot, you know, back in the day, but it's become much more casual recently, and here we are, you know? I'm not noticing the problems with the new patch, but people who play the game a lot are noticing the problems a lot more than I am as this flank gets cleared up over here. These are replicating crawlers for red, by the way. These guys are going to wash over these nerds in the bottom right here. It's going to be pretty tight to see how big this crawler swarm can get off the back of that. And yeah, the biggest complaint seems to be that even though the developers have had the best of intentions trying to make the games as diverse as possible by giving us unit drops like hacker drops and the notorious late game wasp drops, you know, where your opponent will slam like a bunch of carry wasps on like round 9 or whatever, and it completely turns the game. What's actually ended up happening is that the correct play in almost every game is to build purely for balance, right? Build an army in the first 4 or 5 rounds that can do a little bit of everything. And that's your opener every single game. The fact that we saw an aggro opener here from Daedalus, by the way, really interesting, extremely rare. Like, you don't really see this anymore. Because, look, you could start off with the steel balls now, and you go for an aggro opener, and your opponent picks up the hackers off of a free unit drop. Suddenly these steel balls are just a huge liability, you know? Things like that seem to happen much more in this patch, where the game just gives you the counter that you need to whatever your opponent's doing. And for aggro, that's devastating. Like, it's really bad. as the aggro player, you know? It really, really takes the wind out of their sails. They need to be rushing down buildings and winning early on, like these early rounds, very consistently for aggro to work, you know? And they just can't so much do that anymore. People have also talked about things like, now that we get free unit drops... Oh, God, that missile was something else. Now that we get free unit drops, people are talking about the boards get so busy with so many units on either side of the map that the flanks become very one-dimensional. You can't really set up a flanking strat anymore without just being massively outnumbered by whatever your opponent is doing around their buildings. So like things like late game or like mid game or late game flanks don't really work anymore as well. I'm not sure if I 100% agree with that. I get the point. I do. My biggest problem, to be honest, is that there ends up being so many units on the field that my PC starts to lag like crazy. But that's a whole other issue, you know? And yeah, I don't know, man. Like, what are the positives of this patch? Right? What are the positives of this patch at the end? I'm genuinely trying to think. For me, it's just fun to see big round swings. But at the end of the day, if you're like a 1700 or 1800 or whatever plus MMR player, and you're taking the game somewhat seriously and you're actually trying to rank, yeah, I can see how it would be pretty goddamn annoying to be slam dunking somebody, and then whoops, here comes, you know, 6 packs of rank 5 carry wasps that all just get elite marksman 10-1, and, well, now you're screwed, you know? Man. Calls for another sip of coffee. Oh man, that's tasty. And as it happens, by the way, this change right here seems to be pretty damn popular, by the way. The multiple items change, where you're allowed, like, for example, in this case, for Daedalus, he's got multiple copies of Barrier. Oh my god, these crawlers are just getting absolutely disgusting, by the way. Replicate and Impact Drill on these crawlers. The Vulcans to respond is going to do a lot, and it's just perfect timing to get those guys down as well. Curious that the other pack of steel balls have not yet been sold. Wondering how that's going to pan out. Are they still just getting hacked? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still just getting hacked. Oh no, they're just getting deleted by the Phoenixes, right? Okay. Oh, the Vulcan is target locked, dude. Oh god, it's just hitting a barrier. Oh my god, okay. Well, it all comes down to this 1 Giga Chad Vulcan over here, dude. Can he pull it off? We've got the staple tech options over here as well. Okay, alright. Look at this blob. Oh my god. Okay, man. So this Vulcan's got a hell of a lot of work to do. The issue here is that Daedalus is going to run out of anti-air, right? There's no way that all these things get to survive against the Arclight. It's just going to kind of pick him off. So even though the Vulcan's going to do a lot, Daedalus is still going to take a whole sweat load of damage here. Oh god. But hey man, I don't know. I don't mean to ignite like a whole other... Oh god, it's actually just over. I don't mean to ignite a whole other debate in the comment section or something. There's plenty of that going on the Mecha Discord right now. I did just want to express some concerns, you know. As someone who's running a YouTube channel for Mecha at this point, it's basically just a Mechabellum channel now, like, let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? It is a little bit sad for me to be watching, like, the player numbers and stuff, and I just really, really hope that the developers make the right choice, whatever that ends up being. Pull the game back before it's due for official release, man. And alright, man, we're gonna wrap things up with a happy little replay submitted by Mr. Healoop over here playing as Blue. What's he actually playing as? Some aerial specialist action, which I don't think is a clue at all as to how this game ends up turning out, but, you know, I thought we'd check this one out. It seems meme-worthy. Why not? I don't just want this video to be me whinging about the patch and whinging about the state of the game and blah, 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 you know? We're going to get a little bit of meme action in there as well. Okay, man, so he's gone for the triple marksman opener with a couple packs of stangs. Chaff, he's going up against supply specialists, so kind of hard to get a read on supply spec early on. Okay. Mass-produced scope, elite stormcaller, gah. God, I almost feel like the elite cards early on should just be removed from the game, man. I don't know. And ooh, hang on. Never mind. I thought these were going to be some forward steel balls here as well. We're going to be looking at like another aggro game, which would be a total coincidence. Obviously, I don't check these replays that you guys submit in the Mecha Discord before doing these casts. Oof, that's ballsy, man. So, a couple packs of sledgehammers come out from red in order to counter the stang opener. We actually triple down on the stangs, though. Stangs obviously getting absolutely slaughtered by sledgehammers. Not great. If you're blue right now. I gotta say as well, I also feel like combining Mustang Chaff with Fang Chaff, like we've done on blue, is also just a little bit sketchy. I feel like Stangs do much, much better when they have Crawler Chaff instead of Fangs. Just because they both have that high move speed, and you can, it's much, much easier to consistently keep your Crawlers in front of the Stangs. Whereas Fangs, it's like, even if you win the initial fight and say like rush down this building, and then you go confront the rest of the enemy over here, chances are the Stangs are going to get over here first, right? The Stangs with superior move speed, they just have a tendency to be harder to protect using Fangs. Stangs and Fangs. Okay, man, so we've got a healing Vulcan coming out from red. The barrier comes out, man, from heal up. Okay. Alright. Oh my god. Alright, I did not expect the Vulcan to come down. At all. What did I expect to come down, though? More steel balls? Probably. Would have been my call. Steel balls, mass recruit, and then like crawlers or something. Probably would have been an approximation what my play would have looked like. But the early Vulcan for both players, I think this definitely benefits red more than blue. Just because with Mustangs on the field for blue, they kind of just get torched much, much easier by the Vulcan. And sadly, our Vulcans are just now going to start trading blows. Oh, something about it looks so ridiculous. But alright, man. Red having the nano repair kit is, of course, going to take the dub here. Speed this along. Maxman get absolutely clapped. And Kaputi strikes back. Alright, what do we got? Scorpion. You know, yeah, there's good value in the Scorpion, to be fair. Neither player looking at the Overlords. I guess because there's already Marksman and Phoenixes on the field. Maybe they're just a bit worried about that. Wow, straight into acid attack on the Scorpions? Before range, before artillery? Alright, man. Alright. To be fair, it is a now level 2 Vulcan with nano repair. And so maybe this is actually warranted. Still, it's a big old investment. And alright. Dude, nothing in this game looks cooler than acid attack Scorpions, by the way. I'm just making that call right now. The developers, you know, say what you will about the patch. About, like, the unit drops patch. Whether you disagree with it or not, blah, 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 blah. This is incontrovertible. Boom! Those big green shots just look too tight. They look too awesome. Look at that! Dude, the damage on that thing was unbelievable. The ability for acid to amp up the damage taken by an enemy unit is really everything, man. Siege mode on red, though. Wins the day. Okay, Obel Bombard, Lightning Storm. Another barrier for red. Okay, barriers for both. The melting point coming out as well. Alright, dude. Okay. I kind of feel like once you've already got Scorpions with acid on the field, they kind of do the job of a melting point. The only difference is they're obviously not anti-air, but... Okay. Sure thing. Oh my god. Okay, so Red Scorpion actually just eviscerates down here before any connection can meaningfully be made by this poor Scorp. This might even be a double shot here in a sec. If this Scorpion stays right next to this melting point, this could get gnarly real quick. Okay, never mind. It just kills out the Scorpion. Not the worst thing in the world. This thing is sitting in acid. It just needs something to actually finish it off. Big hit comes in, but it's not quite going to be enough to finish it. This Scorpion has to live, because it's got to kill this Scorpion as well. Oh, it's not going to happen. Ugh. And there's the L right there, man. In fact, this looks strangely familiar, dude. Might look exactly the same as how last round ended. It's got to be demoralizing. Okay, improve fortress laser sights. Okay, like neither player even given a second to think about it. Okay, we can upgrade this Scorpion, get laser sights on, get artillery mode. Why do I always call it artillery mode, man? Siege mode. Gotta start competing with range eventually, right? Besides, it'll be hilarious. Electromag barrage. Desperately need some chaff here, by the way. Yeah, okay, I mean, that'll do. Desperately got to keep this guy safe, because the scope was just annihilating it last round. It's kind of key to pay attention to those micro trades. Okay, I think I like that flank over here as well. It's going to pull, like, what, most of the fangs over this way? If not all. Pretty good. Wow, actually, there's only one Scorpion still on red. I was about to say maybe it's time to just sell the steel balls, but... I mean, these guys actually haven't got a kill all game, right? Like, they've actually done nothing all game. Oh. So they're not really getting in and doing anything. I don't know. Maybe they just gotta go. Maybe I was right the first time. Okay. I mean, we buy in time and all. Biggest worry, though, has got to be the Phoenixes at this point. Maximin's still level 1, taking a couple of shots to take these guys down. This is going to be a big L, man. This is going to be a big loss, dude. Ugh. Hey, Loop, feeling the pain, man. Okay. Triple Rhino. You know, I'd be tempted to just go goddamn some self-destruct Rhino action, me personally. Like, crawlers here, then just Rhino, self-destruct. And just get them in. They could probably make it in as well. Like, the Scorpion's the only real risk to actually stopping them, but... Never mind. It's the Overlords we go for, with the fort on a mission. Okay, we've got to be using the high mobility button here as well, then. We have 50 supply left. Oh my god, we slam a missile. Dude, these deployment phases go by real quick. Real quick, dude. Okay, red goes into the fortress. It's up against acid scopes, though. This might be his big blunder. That costs him this game. Yeah, we gotta sell the steel balls now, by the way. The melting point with energy diffraction just eats steel balls alive. Not pretty. Oh my god, it's actually a red boss. It's actually just popping off here. Oi, oi, oi. Like, god damn, I know this is your moment, He-Loop, but I am impressed by your opponent's creation over here. This melting point laser sights, it's pretty intense. Alright, next round is basically a must-win. There's that many giant units on the field, it's real easy to just die here. Enhanced module, okay. Not gonna lie, I think I would have just skipped, personally. Don't feel like rank ups really help us that much here. Okay, alright, we're just gonna go Mass Scorpion. I think I like that, actually. I mean, we've got like 2 tech upgrades in these guys now. We've got a lot of ground giants to kill. Makes a lot of sense. I'd be quite worried about my opponent actually going portable shield here. On the fangs. Potentially dropping a ton of fangs and buying himself a lot of time. Would be a concern. We have the enhanced range and mobility button pushed. I mean, okay, here we go, dude. Dude, I can't believe how fast these deployment phases are, by the way. These are crazy fast. Oh, no. Dude, this Scorpion's getting so much value, man. But at least we absolutely obliterate his fortress now. Absolute Necron towers here. Looking glorious. Surely all of the ground giants die now, right? The Maximin really badly need range upgrades, by the way. Really badly. They need to stay much further back. So they even have a chance. Bringing down the Phoenixes. Okay, nice. So all of the ground giants die. Alright. It's an L, but miraculously it's not a death. Wraith, Rhino, okay, Wasps. Well, I mean, what am I even talking about? Okay. Man, like, unironically, is the Wraith, like, the best option here for blue? Like, I know that we went the Wasps with the Elite Marksman. Just, like, a decent drop. It's not bad. But I feel like you can kind of... I'm almost a little bit surprised that Red went the Wasps as well, actually. Given how many Stangs are on the field. Like, we should surely be pushing aerial specialization here on the Stangs. Or maybe just range. We're gonna wiggle these guys back and forth quite a bit. Apart from, like, the few at the bottom here. Okay. Alright, man. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I sort of feel like maybe the Wraith would have been the better call for blue. I mean, it's only going into a couple marksmen, you know? I think it could really survive for a long time. Oh, no, the Phoenixes. What am I talking about, man? The Phoenix would absolutely eviscerate a Wraith. Yeah, ignore everything I'm saying. The Wasps were the next best option, and therefore probably just the best pick. But okay. The Wasps are just dallying at the back. They might actually take a bit too long to come in. As our front line, or rather our big tanky giant units are going to start to drop just now. Do we have range in the marksman yet? Ooh, we don't. So we're relying completely on this Wasp horde to arrive and bring down these guys. They are going to totally be running into the melting point as well, though. Ooh, which does just about die to the acid. And it looks like as a result, this is actually going to be the turning point. This Scorpion is just an absolute chad. What the hell? Okay, 230 meter range on that Scorpion at this point. Not bad. Pretty impressive. Was that with the building buff as well? Okay, yeah, that's with building buff. I mean, it had to be. Dude, we can get range on this too. I mean, it doesn't actually serve any purpose, but it would be really funny if we did. Like, global range Scorpion, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't do anything besides give me a meme thumbnail. But maybe that's reason enough, you know? Alright, man. So the Wasps, the blah blah blah. No more upgrades on the Wasps? Oh, we don't have aerial specialization or range on the Wasps to help them win this trade at the end. Which is a bit spooky. I guess we're gonna draw them back again, right? Like, wiggle them side to side again. Worked pretty well last time. Also gotta note that there's no Vulcans over here on this side. It's just Arclight. So if we had, like, crawlers on the back over here, it would actually cause, like, a lot of annoying issues. For red. Maybe even, like, crawlers here and crawlers here. We have flanked with some extras on this side. Which is good. It's a start. Okay. We're wiggling the Wasps forward a little bit faster this time. Which is good. Look at this fortress, dude. Getting utterly chunked by Acid Scorpions. Dude, Acid Scorpions are like the coolest thing they've added to the game in forever, man. I don't know. They're just awesome. I love, like, the unit fantasy of them. I love the way they look. I love the way they sound. I don't like the way they like my PC sometimes, but... Alright, this melting point now has it all to do. These Wasps still not being answered, so I think what Red has to do here is build a couple packs of Stangs at the back and wiggle them back and forth a bit. And just delay the rate at which they're coming in. I feel like that would help them out quite a bit. I also feel like Red could go deep into a second wave of Fangs. The reason for that is the Mustangs are actually dying quite quickly, right? And they're like, I mean, I guess we also have the Vulcans on the field, so... We'd need something like a pack of crawlers here to, like, take the first opening salvo of incendiary bombs. Then, like, fangs, and give them barrier, maybe? That could be an option too. Okay. Man, the pack of Wasps actually grows. It's quite the block now. Where are those guys going? They're just getting straight in. And now they also have shield. Okay, dude. Alright, man. Alright. Oh, wow. The Scorpion's now level 9, bro. It's doing 65k damage per shot. Doesn't that one-shot a level 2 Vulcan? Okay, no, they have the armor enhancement, so it's actually hard to tell, but... Oh, we can tell on this guy. Okay, not quite. Almost one-shots a level 2 Vulcan. Pretty insane. But look at this, man. It's the Wasp Blob that's going to carry the day again. And why wouldn't it in this patch? You know, why wouldn't it, right? I mean, it's kind of funny how the Scorpion never has to move, but at the end of the day, it's this that's going to win the game, you know? And dude, as cool as it is to see Wasps absolutely dominant in the current patch because of the unit drops, is it a little much? It almost feels like Wasps aren't special anymore, you know? Because you see them all the time now, man. Just not the same. All that forced diversity action ain't good. Building gonna get sniped, and that's gonna be the end for red in this round too. Not quite over yet, though. A lot of these Wasps can level again. Wow, the Scorpion's actually gonna live. Because of course it is. It's a raid boss into itself at this point. Alright. Ooh! You have this. You both have the option of Stangs here. Ooh, man. Self-destruct Rhinos, I still uphold, by the way. Self-destruct Rhinos could still be good for blue. I feel like just even stack like 2 of them here with a pack of crawlers and just rush them in. Right? They will get on top of that Vulcan very, very quickly. There's no crawlers here to slow them down. And the Fangs have range, so they're not going to move forwards very quickly. So you can just have like 2 Rhinos here. And a goddamn pack of crawlers. Give the Rhinos self-destruct, and this thing dies, man. This Vulcan drops so quickly. Or at least you take out its barrier, you know, if the Rhinos get, whether the Rhinos get inside of it or not. But okay, man, huge upgrades on the Wasps. We've also gone for some mothership production on the Overlords as well. Tight, I like it. Look at that, man. Red's Wasps are actually getting a lot of work done too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I do sort of miss the days where Wasps were, like, special and out in left field. And, like, you couldn't really play around them so much because you never really expected when they were going to come out. And getting, like, a good carry Wasp game was just hilarious. Now it's, like, every second game is this, you know, with the Wasps coming in, like, round 9. Like, the round 9 unit drop. The sledgehammers, the sledgehammers, the sledgehammers. I didn't even comment on that, by the way. Actually selling on the Stangs. That is ballsy. So red Stangs are ready to go. They're ready to gun down some nerds. Problem is, I think these Stangs are still... They need to be wiggled back and forth, man. They're going to run in too quickly before the bulk of the Wasps even get there. Is going to be the main problem, right? They're staying nice and far back out of range of the fire. Maybe they get to live? Maybe? It's a big maybe, man. A lot of the Wasps getting annihilated here right at the get-go. Bit spooky. Man, these guys have a lot to do, not gonna lie. They have a lot to get done. There's just a lot of health on the board here. That said, there's a lot of acid on the field as well. From the trusty Scorpions. And so that's gonna help a hell of a lot, increasing enemy damage taken. And here they come, man. Given the out switcheroo, building's gonna die. But I think they're gonna trade building. Oh my god, they actually get the building killed first. Are you kidding me with that? Well, that changes everything. And now it's going to be an absolute massacre, because as soon as the Phoenixes are dead, there are no giant killers on red side anymore, meaning his health damage is going to be rather stupendous. And there's just no way at all he makes it out of this round alive. And alright, man. Hey, thanks so much, Mr. Healoop. I love that name, by the way, dude. I keep on going to call you Heel Pop for some reason. Healoop, man. Thanks so much for submitting that replay. Make sure you guys do keep on submitting your awesome, craziest replays, just like this one. Raid boss units, crazy endgame swings, stuff like that. Fun stuff, meme stuff. In the official Mechabellum Discord. And the official Mechabellum Discord is always linked down below in the pinned comment. Drop your replay in the Share Your Replay channel, and there's a pretty damn good chance that I'll get to check it out. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I may catch all of you guys a tad bit later, man.